once again here for Wings Weekly, and we've got a goaltender feature here today, as we're going to have Gavin Pizzoza obviously joining me now, and Peter Tomei will join us a little bit later on. Gavin, the team right now on a 7-game losing streak, which has got to be tough, but a very exciting and a very exciting game on Saturday night that was really full of everything, going into the overtime shootout and then just a long extended shootout too, so the fans definitely got their money's worth. As a whole, what are your thoughts right now as the team? You guys, is it difficult to stay positive, I guess, or is it something where you just feel like you got to keep plugging away?
Well, I mean, it's a little bit of both. I mean, our team's doing a really good job right now with staying positive and fighting through this. We had a good game this past weekend. We really got a lot of offense going, and Peter played well for us, so it was a good effort all around. So we should have some good stuff coming up here.
For sure.
Future.
Yeah, and speaking of near future, it's a very close, quick turnaround as we go to Brookings on Wednesday night for Veterans Day. A little about you though. When did you start playing hockey? And when did you decide you wanted to be a goaltender?
I started off when I was about 6 years old. I was a forward, and we needed a goalie one game, and I put on the pads. Got lit up a little bit. I think I let in a few goals, but I really had a good time, so I just stuck with it ever since.
Excellent. Because I always say, and I don't mean this in a bad way at all, but goaltenders are a breed of their own. There's a lot. The weight of the world is on your shoulders, and you're either at the bottom of the valley or the top of the mountain. Depending upon how things go, and it takes kind of a special breed to be able to bounce back quickly when a game doesn't go the way you want it to, or whatever. What is it in your mind that makes goaltenders different than any of the skate-out skaters?
Well, I mean, again, it's the pressure. The pressure of the game's really on you, but as a goalie, you just can't be too high or too low. It doesn't matter how you're playing. You just got to put what's happened in the past and move forward. So
definitely. That's something I would have a difficult time with. I'm always hanging on to things like, why did I do that? But you guys are excellent. I do an excellent job with that, and again, rebounding and being able to come out starting fresh the next game and so on. So you're from Greeley, Colorado.
Yes.
What is it like coming to Aberdeen, South Dakota, where it is flat as possible? I mean, it's flat as flat can be. I don't know the topography of Greeley, but Colorado in general's got to have a few more hills.
It's a little bit different, it's flatter here, but my hometown's pretty flat, but you can just see the mountains pretty close. But I like it here in Aberdeen. It's a good change. I like the small town feel, so I enjoy it.
Yeah, well, good. Glad to have. Well, who do you build with?
I built with Robin and Larry Hansen.
Oh, right on.
So yeah, it's a good feeling there at the house.
Yeah, they've been in the program for a long time and very big supporters of the Aberdeen Wings. Let's see, we talked a little about obviously your hometown and so on. Where do you want to go to school?
I mean, I really like.
I mean, I guess the reason I asked that because I was thinking, well, maybe you want to return back to that area, or what do you?
I mean, obviously it'd be nice to play in Colorado, but I really like the Midwest schools, more of a bigger school. So I mean, that's what I have to look forward to.
Okay. Well, another thing that I always kind of noticed that goaltenders are different with their warm-ups. When the guys are all playing sewer ball and stuff like that, you guys generally, it seems like the goaltenders are off on their own a little bit. And what is different about the way that you particularly kind of warm up and prepare for a game than some of the other guys?
Well, I work on my hand-eye stuff. I do a little bit of juggling before the game, maybe toss a puck around, just get a feel for it. Just really warm up the eyes. That's the most important part of your body as a goaltender. All the other boys are really trying to take care of their legs, get those going. Obviously, me and Peter, we get that going in warm-ups, but pre-game routine, for me at least, I really work on my eyes and my hand-eye coordination.
Sure, and be able to track the puck. What's one of the most frustrating things about being a goaltender in your mind?
Most frustrating thing about being a goaltender, definitely when you're having an off day, because all eyes are on you, and if you're having an off day, then everyone's going to know about it.
Right.
So that's the most frustrating part. But if that does happen, you just have to put it behind you and move on.
Again, bouncing back like we talked about. That's a difficult thing to do for a lot of people. But well, I tell you what. Appreciate you coming on the show here and talking with us a little bit, getting our listeners and viewers, I guess, a chance to kind of get to know who Gavin is and a little about where you're from, about your background and so on. And I think it's great for the fans to be able to kind of see you guys when you're not just in all your gear all the time. So
without the helmet on.
Yep. All right. Well, Gavin, thanks a lot for joining me here for a little bit, and we're going to take a quick break and return with Peter Tomei.
Hi, I'm Andrew. I'm 5'9", and here's your starting lineup for The Circus Sports Bar and Grill.
Hi, I'm Eric, and I'm 6'5", and I recommend the world's best chicken wings.
Hi, I'm Jordan. I'm 5'6". Choose the Lion Tamer. Trust me.
Hi, I'm Katie at 5'5", and we have the best made-from-scratch Bloody Marys around.
Hi, I'm Frosty at a slim 228, and I promise you fantastic food and superior service.
Y'all come to the Circus Sports Bar and Grill.
Dakota Outdoor Living in Aberdeen has everything you need to enjoy the outdoors in any season. Top-of-the-line hot tubs, as well as a great selection of used, comfortable and durable outdoor furniture, fire pits, and grills and accessories from the Big Green Egg, the serious griller's choice. Come see Dakota Outdoor Living's state-of-the-art showroom and talk to them about 4-season room sales and installation. Dakota Outdoor Living even offers full-service pool and hot tub maintenance, or see them for everything you need to do it yourself. Plus, they now carry diamond pool tables. Dakota Outdoor Living, Aberdeen's premier outdoor store at the corner of 6th and Lawson.
Well, and now joining us, as we talked about, with our goaltender feature here, Peter Tomei. Peter, thanks again for coming on the show here, talking with us. As I mentioned with Gavin, I think it's a great idea for the fans to kind of get to know you guys a little bit. But you had 48 saves in regulation. I mean, you were busy all night long. I said at some point I think you're going to definitely need a nap by the end of that one. But Saturday night's game was an excellent performance. And talk to me a little bit about, as a goaltender, would you almost prefer having that many shots to keep you focused, to keep you in the game? Or, because I've heard some goaltenders say that when you're not getting any shots on goal, that you can kind of feel like you're not part of the game. You know what I mean? Is that true or?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I love shots or games where I'm stopping, 30, 40, even 50 shots like it was on Saturday night. It's fun, it's our job to stop the puck, and that's it's the most fun position in sports, and it's just an opportunity to do your job. It's fun. You want to be part of the game. You want to be helping your team win. You don't want to be back there getting cold and losing focus. And whenever I see more shots, I feel like I'm more in the game and I'm having just more fun.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because whenever there's always when you cover up, especially in the crease, and you've got guys just piling in on you, and there's some in one case particularly, I think there was a couple elbows and shots being thrown down there. Things can get kind of wild in the crease, and is that ever in the back of your mind at all when you're going for a puck? Are you thinking, I'm going to get washed here or whatever?
Not as much, to be honest, but recently, it's been a couple games now where I've been getting some pretty good shots after the whistle, but I don't really think about that. I just, if I have to cover the puck and I know I'm probably going to take some hits, it's part of the game, part of the job. You just got to do it. And if I do get hit, I just skate to the corner and let my team do it. It's not my job to get in a fight. It's my job to stop the puck, and that's all I do. I don't try and engage in any of the players. I don't chirp. I don't hit back, and I just kind of take it and get ready for the next shot.
That being said, you did have a pretty good hit in the second period here about 2-3 weeks ago that I think was voted the Butler Cat hit of the game, so behind the net there.
Frustrations ran a little high
there.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting, and I wanted to mention to talk with Gavin about it a little bit, but since, I don't know that Gavin's seen a player like Johnny Walker for Minot, who is, in my opinion, the most prolific chirper in the league. I mean, the guy just never shuts up, and I know that because in Minot, I'm right above the benches, and I can hear everything he's saying and stuff, and it's just like, my God, he runs his mouth like crazy, And I just wonder about what it's like to play a guy like that. And again, in your position, you're not really, on the receiving end or on the giving end of that so much. But I'm sure you hear a lot of it, and that's got to just kind of get into your head a little bit. It would seem like.
I do hear stuff like he said a couple nasty things to me, but you just kind of ignore that, and he's frustrated. He's not scoring. I don't think he had a goal. I think he did get one in the shootout, but he didn't score in regulation. So I'm sure he was just frustrated. You almost take it as a compliment.
Yeah.
They're trying to get in your head. They can't beat you, so they're trying to get in your head, get you off your game. So you just kind of ignore it and keep playing your game. So that's all you can do.
Right. Well, and you mentioned the shootout. Would a goaltender, when you're facing that one-on-one, is that a nervous feeling, or is that more like, oh man, this is what do you look forward to those kinds of things?
Oh, it's what you live for. It's so exciting.
Yeah.
The shootout. I mean, it's just so much fun to play in a shootout, that one-on-one kind of just man versus man mentality. We didn't get the result we wanted, which was unfortunate. Really still in shock about a couple of the shootout goals that went in. I thought I had 2 of them, but they snuck in, and hopefully I can be better in the future. Struggled a little bit in shootouts this year. The team's been great scoring goals for me, and we almost snuck away with one.
Yeah, got a point. Just would have been nice to get 2 there. The one, I think you had a blocker save, and I thought you had stopped it, and it just kind of flipped up in the air and rolled down your back. That's got to be so frustrating.
Yeah, I've probably made that save 1,000 times, and that's never once happened where it's gone back. And then it was a moment of shock.
Yeah, but again, you did your job. It's just kind of a freak thing with puck luck. So, well, you know what? You're an interesting case study here too a little bit, because you started playing much later than a lot of the guys that you're playing with. You started at what, 12 years old?
Yeah, I was 12 years old when I first started actually playing hockey all around. I started as a goalie. Most guys, a lot of guys will start as a skater and make the transition to goalie, but I just never grew up around hockey. I always loved it, but just never, no one in my family played it. I'm still the only one that does, and started late, and just kind of went forward from there.
Wow, that's I know many of the skaters, even at the high school level, band, whatever, they all start quite early. But I know it's reassuring, I think, to a lot of people who want to try hockey, and are at that 10, 11, 12-year-old age, that they can get caught up, and that it's not it's not that you're going to be behind forever kind of thing. Interesting that you started as a goalie. What I guess appealed to you about that you didn't even want to try to skate out?
I tried about
equipment?
one practice. No, it wasn't the equipment. I tried one summer skate when I was 12, and honestly, I was just a worse skater on the ice. Everyone was just so much better than me. I was like, oh my god, I can't skate with these guys. So I feel you don't need to skate to be a goalie. So they can hide a little bit there, but in irony, I think the goalie actually does need to be the best skater on the team.
I was just going to say, I think there's a lot of people that believe that the goaltender does need to be the best skater on the team. Well, you're from Minneapolis, or the suburb, right?
I'm from Minneapolis.
Yeah, Minneapolis itself. Okay. And you recently, again, we talked about this a couple weeks ago here on the show, but you recently committed to UND, which is, I think you had mentioned kind of a dream school. So again, congratulations there. But how do you grow up in Minneapolis not wanting to go to the U of M, but wanting to go to UND?
I was never much of a Gophers fan, to be honest. I didn't, because like I said, I never really grew up around the game, so I didn't grow up rooting for anyone. And when I did start, paying attention to college hockey, UND was just always they're always a great team. I think I was drawn to the Fighting Sioux logo. Obviously, it's I think the coolest name in sports, coolest nickname. It was just, it was a dream school for me, and it was just a dream come true. And when they offered, and the choice was, it wasn't an easy choice. I had a lot of other schools, and they, nothing against them. It's just UND was the best spot for me to succeed, and maybe one day play in the NHL.
Well, excellent. Again, congratulations. All right, well, Peter, I won't keep you any longer. I do appreciate both you and Gavin coming on and talking a little bit about how you got started as goaltenders, and like I mentioned, talking with Gavin a little bit about the differences and the different mentalities and being able to bounce back. And I think it's amazing the job that you guys do. So again, thank you both for coming on and talking with us. I understand that you guys are considered to be the best among everybody in the locker room at cool stick tricks. Is that right?
Oh, absolutely. I think we got the best hand-eye coordination on the team, and Victor Osling used to be when he was here, he was above and beyond the best at it, but he's gone now. So we like to think me and Gav are definitely the top 2 in the locker room.
Okay. All right. I had to make sure to get that in there. All right. Remember, folks, that Wednesday night, 7:30 from Larson Ice Arena in Brookings, we'll be taking on, or the Wings, of course, taking on the Blizzard, and you can hear that on 94.1 The Rock and FastHockey.com. And then Friday, back in here at the ODI Center against Minot again, college night, show a valid college ID and receive $2 off the admission at the door. And annual holiday food drives coming up too. So Friday night, bring a non-perishable food item and receive $2 off the door again. College students are eligible for both discounts. So we'll look forward to seeing you all back out here at the ODI Center Friday night. And again, you can tune in to 94.1 The Rock or FastHockey.com for the game on Wednesday night. Again, that's at 7:30. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back next week.